Okay guys, so Shane Dawson's new videos, and I promised that I will make a reaction.
Recording stopped for about a second and then they rolled again. I hope that's not a problem.
The video is called The Return of Eugenia Cooney. I don't know how to say it, I never heard about her. So, let's go.
Hello, Eugenia. There is no physical way to contact you right now. I know you're asking for privacy. I don't even know if you're going to see this video, but I do hope you see this video eventually. I just want to let you know that myself and so many others are rooting for you. We care about you. We love you. And I truly hope the best for you. And I'm so excited to see if you choose to share it, your journey of what can be a very beautiful thing.
The Return.
I want you to all take a look at these pictures. So these photos you're looking at are from popular YouTube star.
Holy shit. What? I have one boy in my old class. He had a problem with eating and something else. So he wasn't able to get the food he's eating. He wasn't spelling it out, but somehow he wasn't really eating it, you know? And he had arms which looked like this.
Eugenia, her physical appearance has sparked a wildfire of controversy.
Next up is someone that people want Shane to focus on immediately. I'm talking about Eugenia Cooney.
Hey guys, it's Eugenia.
Okay, you say Eugenia Cooney. I didn't notice it. I thought it's Eugenia, but not that it's Eugenia.
Can Shane Dawson please do a series on Eugenia Cooney? There are so many questions from everyone that need to be answered.
So many I never heard about her. Was it a huge thing? I mean, I'm not living in the US, but I have never heard about her.
I feel for her.
How much subscriber does he has? She, not he. 1.5, okay. Not that much, but still way more than I have.
But she does not look good. I mean, from a professional standpoint, I mean, she really looks emaciated.
You're my favorite skeleton girl. Well, thank you. Thank you, SSL.
Is it called skeleton girl when you have literally nothing? I don't know how to say it. But is it called skeleton girl when you're really skinny?
I'll be a skeleton girl. Skeletons are cool, so thank you. What makes me happy? Well, coming on here, talking to you guys makes me happy. What happened with me? I don't know what happened with me. What do you mean what happened with me? Do the 3 meals a day challenge? Is that a challenge, guys? I really only subscribe because I'm waiting for her to kill herself or die of starvation. And what is that? Oh, some of these usernames, whatever though. You guys just want to have like weird, bad usernames. But anyways, yeah. So obviously I don't look too good there. I'm aware, I know.
Is that also... Is she one and the same person with the photo? I think she looks really different.
So bad here.
I really do care about you, Eugenia.
Thank you.
I'm really worried for you and scared.
Oh no, that's not
and I don't want anything to happen to you. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. I don't want anything to happen.
I don't like make you cry or anything like that. I feel like really bad now. I'm sorry.
Although Eugenia herself has never admitted to anorexia or bulimia, she has 452,000 followers on Instagram, and I guess some of her followers have admitted that they're jealous of her thin look.
Your stomach is so flat. Oh, Kelly. Like, I've never tried to come on here and like tell you guys like, oh hey, this is my size and this should be your size too. Well, I'm sure you are gorgeous. I'm sure everything about you is like super gorgeous. So yeah.
Not one, but 4 petitions have gone out there to shut down her social media accounts due to what those folks believe is her dangerous influence that she could be having on those potentially battling eating disorders.
I feel bad about everything, honestly. Like, I didn't mean to like make everyone upset. It's like, I don't know, like everyone is mad at me now. I really don't mean to make you guys upset, ever. Right, like I just hope you understand that. I never mean to like make people upset, like ever. Like, whenever I do, I feel really bad. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I do.
Alright Shane, this may be the one that I'm rooting for the most. I'm invested.
Okay, I haven't talked that much, but is it all about being skinny and that she could have a bad influence for younger girls which want to be skinny? I don't know. Right now it's pretty confusing.
Okay, so Andrew's on his way, and we are going to be going to Eugenia Cooney's house. Let me start from the beginning for maybe some of you guys that don't know.
This is my first time on here. Like, I don't really know what else to do, so I'm gonna have like this pillow over here, just in case you guys care.
So she started on YouTube 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
Hi guys, as you can hopefully tell, I just got a new camera.
Ever since then, she has been visibly thin. And as years went on, she got much thinner. And she never...
Oh, it's not called skinny, it's thin. Sorry.
Really talked about it. Never went into detail, denied having an eating disorder.
You look really skinny. Is there a story behind it? There isn't really a story. This is just kind of how my body is. I'm fully fine, so don't worry. I'm not like anorexic or whatever. I'm just kind of naturally skinny. Seriously, like my doctor like thinks I'm fine. There's nothing wrong. Am I okay? Yes, I'm definitely okay. Everything is fine. You're killing yourself? I'm really not killing myself, Carl.
But she was confronted with it a lot. I mean, every single comment on her channel, so many videos about her weight, about how she's making other young girls want to be anorexic because of her, and...
Okay, that is what I thought. I hope that not the whole series is about this, but that was what I thought.
Obviously, there was a lot of people who were using the situation for views and for clicks and...
If you guys enjoyed this video and want Eugenia to get healthy, pop a like on this video.
But then there was also a lot of people who really did care, who really wanted her to get help.
The people who are actually nice to her and are worried about her care about her.
You are young enough to turn this all around.
Eugenia, I really hope you're okay. I don't want to see somebody so good and kind and caring just disappear.
So back in January, she posted a video, and people were really scared for her, and then she kind of disappeared.
Oh, that looks... thin was the word? Not healthy.
Beard.
With some believing she had passed away as her uploads got more spaced out.
And I think we all knew how things looked, so I was freaking out. So I reached out to her, and she was like, I've been dealing with stuff, but I am gonna get help. And that was like, she's never ever said that she needed help. Like it's one of those things where she like...
Can you document your road to recovery? It would help a lot of people. You know, guys, I'm not like in like recovery or anything like that. Like I really like, I don't really feel like I have to like go get like help right now or anything.
You know, so for her to say that to me, I was like, oh my God. Like I just started crying, and I was just like, oh my God, this is it.
24-year-old Eugenia Cooney announced that she will be taking a break from YouTube and social media to focus on her health.
So now that she's out of rehab and wants to tell her story, and she trusts me and knows that I love her, so we're gonna do this right. My hope and her hope is that this could help a lot of people. So that's why we're doing this, and I want to make sure I can somehow help her come back and feel comfortable and hopefully have a chance.
That looks too really... Maybe it's the camera angle. But her head looks so huge.
This to me feels like the most important thing I've ever done. Like it feels very much like, oh, this is like, I don't want to fuck this up. I want to do this right. So, okay, let's do this.
You can tell what gets the most views. A lot of videos that show her body. Those are the ones that get the most views. And as a YouTuber, I know.
Seeing comments of people going, well, she should just eat, you know? Just pick up a burger and have some food.
That's not how this works.
Being negligent by not addressing it if young people are going to watch her videos and potentially want to be her size. It comes back to the question we've talked about in several different avenues. When is a creator, when is a person responsible for what their audience does? I'd love to know what you think and why.
Hi there, it's Katie again. The more we keep things secret, the more power they have over us. Because the one thing we don't want to do is not talk about it.
That's fine.
They can really be helpful for you to understand what they're experiencing. I'll get you a summer room.
Katie was also there when he made that with Jack Paul, right?
So that you can be better equipped to be supportive and not intrusive. We want to open the door for more conversation. You don't want to force it. And you don't want your daughter to feel like you're just hounding her. Because what that does is it makes us retreat more. It makes us worry. And then we think that all you're noticing, all you care about is the food. And it's not about the food. It's actually about managing our emotions in a more healthy and constructive way. Because we need everybody involved to give us the great support system to get a healthy mind and a healthy body.
So I have to give a talk on burnout. That's my thing.
Do it here.
I know. Okay, so first step.
That's what I don't know who's gonna be there. I don't know if her family's gonna be there. I don't know if it's.
Oh, hello?
Oh, excuse me.
Hi.
Am I interrupting your show?
No one can see you. Wait, where's Person? I told you. What are you doing? No, don't do that. What are you doing? You're not on camera. Alright, guys. Well, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna go, so.
I know her lawyer's coming for a second, but that's just because we have a release form that, like.
Yeah, to make sure that you're not liable. Like, and I also don't want people to think, like, I'm commenting, like, I know that she has an eating disorder, because, like, she's not my patient, you know? But I can tell you, like, what eating disorders are, what they are. People often assume that eating disorders only look one way. That an eating disorder is just when people are too skinny and they need to eat a sandwich and get over it. Like, that's what you hear. Like, that's, like, complete misconception and myth, right? Like, and that's the thing, eating disorders are coping skills. You know this, like, I don't know how to cope with what I'm going through, so.
Okay, my camera turned off and I have no battery in my phone anymore and I have to edit the video. So, I'll see you tomorrow on a different location. Okay guys, so it's the same day and to be honest, that video got me. I have to see more. Do you guys know that when a movie or something like this gets you that bad that you have to watch more, you have actually the next day?
So I have a lot of questions about how to do this right and also like not trigger people watching, but also her. Like, okay, for example, if I walk in and like I haven't seen her, if she
don't comment on how she looks.
Okay.
At all. Just pretend that that's not a thing.
Okay.
I know that sounds bad, but imagine like even if I came up and was like, oh my god, you look so good, you'd be like, that's because I look like shit before. Like your brain just like takes it. Or if you're like, oh, you look so healthy, and her brain should be like, I look so fat.
Oh my god, no, I already did that to her. Cause oh fuck. So a picture leaked.
So I was
That is totally me. Saying something nice, not thinking about it. And then I said something rude. Oh my gosh, that's 100% me. Shane, I feel you right now.
scrolling through Twitter and I saw this picture of Eugenia Cooney
a few weeks ago.
And yo, the girl seems like she's actually recovering.
People were excited and they were posting, you know, kind of like, oh, she's getting healthy. And I even sent her a text and I was just like, hey, like, oh my god, like, I cried looking at the picture, like, you look so healthy, you look so good,
I'm always wondering if all these YouTubers have each other's numbers or not. Because I don't know. Sometimes they act like they never seen each other before, and then they act like they have been best friends since ever. I think it's pretty strange right now. So he's making a series about her. What is kind of a thing with distance, you know, but at the same time they have private contact. It's weird.
proud of you. And she was just like, oh, thank you. Like, I didn't know he was going to post that. Like, whatever. And now I'm like, oh, fuck, should I not have said that?
I mean, it was with the best intentions, and people say stuff like that all the time. I just know from my patients and viewers alike that, like, your eating disorder just takes that information and turns it into an insult. But that's not your fault. You don't know. We just want to stay away from, like I said, any comment on how they look. which I know just is hard, especially if you're like, oh my god, you look so good, and we mean it in a very earnest, like, I'm so happy for you, I was really worried way, but it can just be misconstrued and taken into like eating disorder chaos.
I guess that's what I'm talking about. I love you so much. I love you too. But then he's like, what is she? Oh my gosh. I mean, it was a private. I think it's weird.
Just have so many questions, and that's the thing too, and I guess I'll just see how it goes, but like I have so many questions just personally, but I don't know which ones are overstepping a line.
Why do you guys like need to spin so much? I don't get it.
Like, why didn't she say things for so long? Like, why was she like in denial, or was she delusional?
That suddenly all these people think like, oh, you're a liar, you're such a horrible person. But no, I don't lie to my viewers.
I want to know, how did she do so much? Like, and I don't know if that's like triggering to say that, but like, I mean, she was vlogging, she was holding up cameras, she was like running around high energy, happy all the time. Like,
That's what you saw on camera though. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of my patients who are underweight and not doing well can do a lot in a short period of time. You're pretty much running on adrenaline. And a lot of times when we have an eating disorder that causes us to be underweight, our body runs on that. I'd assume that was what was going on. I don't know, but that might be why she was able to do more than we would think. But I mean, asking her that, you could say, I mean, maybe the way to phrase things, first of all, talking to her ahead of time, seeing what she's comfortable sharing. But I think maybe the way to phrase things is like, not how are you able to do XYZ? It's more like, was it difficult keeping up with things, or was it easy? Versus like, this seems impossible. That can be like, oh, I don't know. You know, she might.
I have always so much things I want to say, but I don't want to break that video watching, you know what I mean? But I have to say something, otherwise I am just stealing Shane's content.
Not be so comfortable. I don't know.
one thing I noticed while I was looking at all the videos, and I guess I'll find out when I see her tomorrow, but like, she changes her voice a lot.
Okay.
Hi guys. Hey guys.
Voice. Do you know I'm Poppy? Or no? I think her name is just Poppy. She remembers me a little bit of her, and she makes also something with her voice. I think she makes something with her voice.
Guys, it's Eugenia.
So like when I was going through, I was seeing like old videos where she had a deep voice.
Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet.
And then as the years went on, her voice got higher and higher and higher.
Hey guys, it's Eugenia. Hi guys.
And then it just kind of got more and more like a character or something. So I don't know tomorrow if I'm gonna meet her real self, all the walls down, just being herself.
I feel like a lot of people, it helped them out, which was wonderful.
Or if I'm gonna meet the character.
I've also kind of like, not necessarily even like...
Which maybe is a coping thing.
I mean, and also we can say that like most of us have like an on persona. And if we're feeling really, let's say you're sick and feeling like shit and you know you have to film, you're gonna get a little more amped. And I'm sure she's just trying to get more amped for it. So I don't know, it depends on how she's doing and how comfortable she feels. She might feel really uncomfortable and put on, you know, the persona, which is fair. I mean,
how her arm looks. I mean, sometimes the arm looks different on camera, but that's not healthy. Of course it's not healthy, but that doesn't look good.
it's the first time she's talking about it.
And I should bring that up.
No. That's just her doing the best she can, you know? But I would assume it's because it's hard. Like, we know it's hard what she's doing. I can't imagine sharing that personal story.
Because people do want to hear her story, right? It's not,
of course.
It's not too soon for her to tell it, right?
No, I mean, it's all up to her. Honestly, no one knows when it's okay for someone to tell something other than the person telling it. If she's been wanting to, which it sounds like she has for a while, I think that's all good.
I don't want to, I guess I'm just nervous to like...
Well, if I can interject for a second, she said that she wanted you to like help her with this, right?
Yeah.
So you're just doing your best. And you're just being there for her, so...
Yeah, and I think if anybody could do it, like you could, because you know. Like, you've been there yourself.
Okay, let me set you down. See if I can... There we go. Hey, this is kind of weird.
She probably feels safer doing it with you.
He has been there? I mean, he had the same problems? I mean, look at his hair, he had definitely a problem. But... okay, that was a joke, okay.
you know, versus on her own. But yeah, I think it'll be helpful for people to see and hear about it from someone in it, you know, and to know that recovery is possible. It's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
That's another thing I've been thinking a lot about. How much is real and how much is fake? I mean, I saw the Jeffree Star one and the Jake Paul one. Oh my god, I watched that from Jake Paul twice. The cameraman is always holding the camera down, listening to something, what makes you really wonder, and then he turns off the camera. That's weird. I think that's for watch time, but I don't know. I think it's weird. And do you guys think it's fake or not? I mean, of course something's fake, something's scripted, but why is he making that normally? Turning off the camera before, turning down the camera before he turns her off? Because I would not do it.
What is that? You?
I ran out of normal Diet Coke.
Blueberry acai.
That's bad. It doesn't help. So yesterday when I was like really doing research and just watching all of her older videos, and I was just like, oh my god, this is so intense, and what am I doing? Should I be the person doing this? Like, I'm not Oprah, I'm not Dr. Phil. Who's here? Oprah? Dr. Phil? You just walked into my breakdown.
Oh, you're drinking a flavored Diet Coke. Something must be wrong.
I was just saying how last night I freaked out about everything, and I almost thought like maybe I shouldn't do this.
I think it will be okay.
I mean, you should be more nervous than anybody. You literally have been a part of like, do you know that?
Oh my gosh,
actually
don't
rewatched.
drag me into this.
He used to be on a news channel, and they talked about Eugenia, and they made 2 videos, and the thumbnail title was bad.
I mean, I didn't make the thumbnail.
I mean, is Eugenia Cooney too skinny? Shocked emoji? The fucking emoji.
Did you put that emoji in there?
No! Alright, I'm gonna go eat lunch. Good luck!
Okay, thank you. But then,
have you known this about Ryland? I don't.
And I was like, you know what? Aside from the eating disorder stuff, I just want to know what her life is. Okay, her house. What is that? The pink bedroom, the iconic pink bedroom. But that's all we've seen, I think, in her videos. Like, we haven't seen the rest of her house. What is her environment? Like, I can't even imagine her walking around a house. So, like, she literally looks, and not because of her weight, but because of her vibe, like a Tim Burton character. Like,
Yeah.
is she just like, does she wake up like that? Does she float down the stairs and she's
What
just
I
like...
wanted to say. Is she floating, flying, or walking? She kind of looks like a ghost. No hate, but that is how it is.
her hands and a tree comes out, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I can see that.
That's the vibe.
Yeah.
What is her life?
Yeah, I guess nobody really focuses on that. She does have like a very specific aesthetic. And she's also too nice. She's probably hiding something.
Oh my god, it turns into that. What is she really hiding?
Weird. We just
yeah,
drag her.
you're better, but what else?
We just drag her.
Okay. It's gonna get serious, I know that. But until it does, I wanna have fun with it. So, we're going to Eugenia Cooney's house. I don't know what to expect. This is crazy. I don't know, I'm excited. Should I not be excited? Is it weird to be excited? No, it's good.
And I lose myself again.
I'm always wondering how long it takes for Shane to edit a video or to edit just 1 minute. It's a fucking 1 hour video. I think he forgot something. You need 10 minutes for putting a lot of ads into it, not 1 hour. Shane, that's wrong. You made it wrong. You just did 10 minutes.
I'm ready for you, Cooney.
The question is Eugenia Cooney too skinny?
Is it okay for an audience to tell a YouTuber or a personality that they need help? Or are we overstepping boundaries?
I think.
Don't you take it out of me. Honey, I think we lost the
My question is though, as a YouTuber, your job is to make everyone feel like they are your best friend. And when you do that to people, they feel like they have leverage on your life and can also have an opinion on who you are and what.
You have to let all of them feel like they have been your best friends. I really enjoy different videos. Jeffree Star is not doing this. Okay, I have no other American YouTuber who's not doing this. But in Germany we have one who is obviously like, I hate you all, fuck you, I don't care what you're doing. No, we have actually 3 big from that. And I really enjoy all of them. So you don't have to be like, I'm your best friend, you know?
What you do.
I just wanna find a way to get out of my mind.
So I feel like everyone feels like they have a say in her life and they genuinely want her to get help.
I don't know. I don't know. Started when I was 15. Some friends went and ditched me. It manifested itself into an insecurity that I just wasn't good enough. Maybe that's how it always was. I don't know. I don't know. Wanna be done with the sick of hiding about. Getting pretty dark, but gotta figure it out, cause gotta figure it out, cause I gotta make a change, get out of my way.
Emojis, because I'm personally not doing this, but mainly because I have a really old phone and when I will use an emoji I need about 10 seconds more to open only the emojis, because my phone almost dies when I make this. I have one of the first iPhone 5s.
I just wanna find a way to get out of my mind. Craving validation from some people I don't like. I don't know them, so why am I caring so much? I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe she should be a makeup channel. Beauty guru. Maybe. I'm like not kidding. She's pretty good.
I don't know. Scared to post on the internet. Overthink every comment. My brain can find a negative in any compliment. I'm still trying to fix it. How much time will it take me? I don't know. I don't know.
She's recovering, not me.
First, that frame looks great, amazing. And second, I would give almost everything to live there.
We all have our addictions. God, what is that? It's my pills. Prescription. I'm fine.
These are the moments I'm wondering, are they scripted or not? Cause I don't think that the cameraman would make these scenes without him asking, you know? He would not just point the camera onto him and that is it.
She's having the grease. I told you for Eugenia.
Let's skip that part.
Oh god. 5 years ago. Perfect.
But if there is a problem, what?
I feel like I drove the whole distance together with him.
Could be a great example for everyone that watches her channel is if she went and did it in the public eye and kind of encouraged other people to do so as well.
Gotta make a change, get out of my way.
Hi. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. How are you?
Okay, but she looks way different than on the photos. I think she looks healthier right now. But they said she's on the way to recover.
Oh, thank you.
Your shirt looks so cool.
Nice to meet you, Shane. Oh my
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep, this is our house.
This is crazy.
Oh, thanks, I guess.
I've never seen this. Have you not shown this in videos?
I actually haven't really. I don't think. Did I ever? I might have showed it like once, but.
This is like, I feel like I'm in Disney World.
Oh, thank you. That's kind of why I liked it, because like I like Disney a lot, so.
Whoa.
Shit, let me take off this filter real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, I'm Andrew, by the way.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
How long have you lived here? This is
So-
like, how have you not, do you just not care to show it, or you don't really want to do it?
I guess like sometimes like when I have like family around and stuff, it's like my brother doesn't really like to see the video, so sometimes I'm like just give him some space. Yeah. Yeah, I guess just kind of to give him a little bit of privacy sometimes. But yeah. So.
There's a gnome.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's.
Is the pink bedroom, is that here?
That is here actually. Yeah, it's downstairs.
Oh my god, can I see it?
Yeah, of course.
Wait, I want to see.
Has Shane thought that she has a studio where she drives for showing her pink bedroom in videos? I mean, what? But to be honest, I thought that about all the kitchen videos or the cooking videos. And I'm not sure if that's really the kitchens from some of the kitchen YouTubers. I should shut the fuck up.
Fangirling.
Can I like see your house?
Yeah, of course.
That's so crazy that I'm already here.
Oh, wait, that actually is you.
I can't believe you have a mural like me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this bathroom. That just kind of came with it, so.
It came like this?
Yeah, it just kind of came like that.
Who did you buy this from?
So like they seemed normal, but like later we found out they might be connected to like the mafia or something. Yeah, I know, it's really weird. It's like a.
Is this like a mob?
It's safe. No?
People murdered here?
I hope not.
Is this gonna take a turn?
Well, actually, one day we had like a man come to the house, and then I opened the door. I was like, "Hey!" I don't know who he was. I was like really confused, and then he thought like the furniture was his somehow. Like he thought that he was the owner before, I guess. Sorry, it's really. It's a really long story.
Is this not your house?
No, it is. It is.
Who's in that room? There's like a TV.
Is there? Wait, what? Oh, it's a TV.
Oh.
So you just kind of can listen to it. It kind of front
Your Twitter account?
Wait, who was listening to it?
There we go. Her mom was here somewhere.
Yeah, I know where she went, but.
Or it's a ghost.
Whoa. Whoa. Your whole house is like a crazy, like, dollhouse, like, movie.
Oh, thank you.
Everything, like, is your mom here?
I don't know where she is.
Who lives here? Like, what's your life?
So, my mom, she'll kind of like come and go, because we have her place back in Connecticut. So, yeah, but, yeah, we're really close, so she's here pretty often. Oh, a knife, cool.
What's this? I'm
We have a lot of like Disney pictures. He's like really nice, you know? Like,
big, white, nice.
always helping everyone.
Yeah, oh my god,
Yeah,
literally. Hi,
see?
big sis.
The bathroom is like kind of a mess right now. It's even like away.
This is so cute.
Thank
I feel like
you.
I'm in a Disney sitcom
Oh,
or
that's so
something.
nice.
Oh wow.
And then we have the unicorn.
Not everyone, everything looks so different in that house. What? I mean, it's... I don't know if I would want to live there. I mean, my house looks pretty much like that, not with all the characters and that stuff, but our rooms look pretty different.
Right above the toilet. No limits.
Yep.
That's what I always say.
Yeah, so then we have like the bed.
Stupidest thing.
Yeah. It was for like Twitch streaming.
Oh.
Yeah.
God, I'm in the room.
You're in the.
I never watched a Twitch stream in my whole life, not even one. I don't even have Twitch.
Room.
Whoa, this is where you sat and you were just like being so nice to mean people.
Yeah, some people are not really the nicest, but yeah, it's a little scary sometimes, but
I'll just always believe in unicorns and
yeah, exactly.
just get through it.
At least they're nice, you know?
See?
Yeah. So, yeah,
have like stuffed animals and things like that.
Okay, wait, so this is like filming room,
Yes.
hangout room, twitching, we're streaming, we're live.
Yeah, basically.
Pretending like you know what you're talking about.
Be here.
How are you so nice?
I don't know, I guess I just try to be nice to everyone and
So like, you know when the people are being so mean to you, you were just so nice back. I'm pretty nice, but I mean, I would pop off.
Well, I think you're gorgeous.
Oh, thank you, Hey Kira. Well, you are gorgeous too. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I think you'd probably be a little prettier if you weren't dying.
Okay, well,
it can be like really hurtful, I think, sometimes, to like make you feel like really lonely and stuff, because you just like feel like everyone kind of like hates you. And
I don't know, I mean, I'm alive right now, but thank you for saying I'm gorgeous, I guess.
Like for me, it's kind of hard to imagine like being really mean to people. I would just like never want to make someone feel like that, so.
You're a gorgeous person, so you know, I think that you're gorgeous no matter what, but yeah.
Bye.
Alright, bye! Okay,
Okay, that fucking train. Okay, that was the first pretty weird situation, right? I think it was in a stream. Again, I don't know how these streams are, but I think they are not normally like this. And I don't know how I would react in that moment. I would definitely not be that kind. I mean, it's her stream, she could kick her out. I think that is what I would have done in that moment. I don't know. But I'm not getting a lot of hate. I think under all of my videos I have about 10 hate comments or something like this. Yeah, I got some dislikes for a few videos, but all over I'm not getting that much trouble.
this is nice.
I don't know, sometimes I just assume like they're like behind the screen, maybe they don't really like realize that what they're saying to people can actually like really be like damaging and really hurtful. I just never really want to like be mean back and like also make them feel bad. Like, yeah, even though they're not always the nicest, but yeah.
You're so nice.
Oh, thank you.
Fuck.
You're so nice too.
Wait, I want to see your other.
Yeah.
So is this like that? So you like him?
I do though. I do like
What's
him.
his name?
Jack.
Jack.
Yeah. You know, he's a really nice guy though. Like if you watch Nightmare, like he's cool.
Okay,
He's a
so
cool guy.
do you like anything mean or bad or
Mean or bad?
angry? Like where's your dark
Let me
side?
think.
What do you hate watching YouTube? Yeah, what do you hate watch? Do you like have YouTube channels that you're like, ugh, I can't watch
I mean,
it?
there are certain channels that like I'm not really the biggest fan of. I guess.
Okay, T.
God.
When's the last time you got mad about something?
The last time I got mad about something.
Like about anything?
About anything?
About any, like right now, like if you like ordered a drink and it was wrong, would you just be like, oh, it's like wrong, but it's really good?
Well, you know, maybe if it's like, if it's still good, but it's different, then I can like give it a chance and be like, oh, you know. But then maybe it's like really bad or like, I don't really drink at all. So maybe if there was like alcohol or something, I may be like, hey, you know, like, maybe you guys might have made a mistake here. Yeah. I thought of it. But I didn't tell them. I went to the orchestra concert. It was really good.
Okay.
And there was people next to me that like kept talking.
Yeah, what'd you do?
And like I just wanted to like hear the music and like there's like a big screen. I was so into it and all the fans were so into it.
Yeah.
And I was just like kind of hoping they would stop. But
yeah.
And eventually actually the guy in front of us, he seemed like a big fan, so he kind of like, gave them a look like, you guys like stop talking. And it seemed like they quieted down, so yeah, but I just kind of that was pretty recently actually. So that was a time. Oh, those people.
Whoa! We were gonna talk about other stuff. You know what? Let's really dive back into that. Oh,
but I'm sure they were nice people. They were just.
What's that here?
Oh yeah, I can show you guys that too if you want. Yeah, of course.
Have you had any friends or anybody come over and hang out? Because I know there was a lot of people just being like, oh, your friends aren't helping, your friends aren't doing anything, whatever. But I'm sure behind the scenes, I'm sure everybody was always reaching out and whatever.
Yeah, there were some people that were. Then there was kind of some people that kind of like really weren't. Really, there was almost like some people that like never really said anything to me like before, but then like later on were kind of like bullying me into like trying to make like decisions for me, and kind of like they were just not wanting to listen to me at all, not really wanting to hear like how I'm feeling. Before, they never really seemed to like care much about anything, so I guess that's kind of hard. But then I also had like, you know, good people in my life that like genuinely like really did care.
All right, that was my dad, guys. So yeah, he's pretty cool. Did you guys see him?
Also, PewDiePie actually like made a video where he mentioned me, and he like sent all his fans to like come over and be like really like loving and like supportive. And
I just really want people to send her as much support and love as possible, and I really mean that. I think that's the only thing she needs right now.
Like those kind of messages, I think were the ones that are like the most helpful. Also, not like attacking me, like, you know, trying to like be like, oh, you're like a
And I really mean that. I think that's the only thing she needs right now.
Like those kind of messages, I think were the ones that are like the most helpful. Also, not like attack.
Her left leg. Is it? It looks weird. It looks really strange.
You know, trying to like be like, oh, you're like a horrible person, like kill yourself, and those kind of messages, like that kind of stuff, I just kind of feel like kind of puts you in like a worse mindset, at least like for me, where it kind of makes it like harder to want to help yourself. Like some of the videos, they just seemed like really like mean-spirited kind of. They just kind of made me feel like a lot more like lonely, and like I would never wish any like bad towards them, but it definitely makes it kind of hard to like trust those kind of people, I think.
Let's go.
Yeah. Patio. This was actually the lock for it, I guess, but it's off now. Yeah, that was another thing that like I thought it was weird.
It's very heavy. Oh.
Yeah, there's
Oh my god.
like locks one day, and I don't even know, like, I don't know what happened in this house before all of that, but
well,
and the neighbors kept telling us, they were like, oh, like watch out, because like they have black cars. It's like, it's really weird. Nothing's happened now. Now everything seems like it's good. I don't know. All right. Is there any more locks? Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, what?
Oh, here's an.
Oh.
One more down there.
They really protect this house. Oh my gosh. They figured it out better than I did.
Does Shane had to help to open the door from her own house?
Thank you. Yeah, but we just have a bit of a tree thing.
Your hair looks so good.
Oh, thank you.
The guy who cut your hair, right?
Yes.
So he took a picture of you and posted it.
That was nice. They talked in the beginning about not saying stuff like this, but that wasn't about the body. Okay, the hair is a part of her body, but I don't know. Was it one of the things Shane should not do? No, right? It's just about her hair.
Yeah.
The girl seems like she's actually recovering, which is so dope. I really hope this is really her.
I think I texted you.
Yeah,
which
you
I
were
actually,
so nice about it.
I was like, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
No, I appreciated it.
But when you see that, are you like still figuring out who that person is? Because you've looked a certain way for so long, and now you're changing, you know?
I mean, I guess like for me, sometimes I do find like I can be kind of like critical of myself.
I look really bad here. This is just one where I'm like barely any makeup there.
I don't know. I guess I've never really had like the highest self-esteem, which, you know, I'm trying to like work on and stuff. You know, I think it is like really good though that like I did make that decision to get myself back to like a healthy place and to like do what is like what I should be doing. And
is that something too that is going to be a big adjustment? Like, because there's going to be, I'm sure even on this video, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of comments about, oh, she looks so great, and then kind of comparing it to the last time they saw you, particular video, to now, and then are you prepared for that? I guess
it kind of is like an adjustment, like seeing like what people will say and like seeing those comments, and to try to like view it as a good thing, that like they're trying to like, you know, make positive comments towards you, and yeah, if that makes sense.
It definitely makes
Thank
sense.
you.
So I want to talk about the situation.
Yeah.
Where should we do that? Maybe in your room? There's like
Yeah,
a quiet
whatever.
Let's go look.
Okay.
all these little guys.
All my friends here.
I was doing something kind of weird with her hair. It was like.
Oh, sorry.
No, oh my god. No, it was just the light in the camera.
Oh, okay.
I want to hear you tell your story.
Okay.
I've never heard you say, A, that you like have or had a problem, and B, what it is.
Okay, yeah.
So I think maybe starting there, if that's not too hard.
Yeah, I think that should be okay. So yes, I was like dealing with an eating disorder. As for like, I guess like labels with things like that, I guess like something that I've also kind of learned going through it and seeing like other people that were like also there, that even though like a lot of people can be like dealing with eating disorders, that like each person's story and each person's like experience with it can be like really different and really like individual.
People often assume that eating disorders only look one way. That's why I think the education could be really cool. You know, there's binge eating disorder where we overeat and we don't do anything to compensate. We just overeat and that's how we cope. There's bulimia where we binge and purge and we can be underweight or overweight. Everybody's body's different. And there's a lot of others in there too that I won't get into, but I think at the very least it can be great for her to share her story and how it looked for her.
So I guess like with me, as for like, I guess like labels with things like that, I guess like the details of that were kind of like privately there, and
but also like just keep it from feeling too much too fast.
All right.
So she doesn't get defensive or feel attacked, because that's not the goal. The goal is to like help her tell a story that's beneficial for everybody.
it was definitely like an eating disorder, but yeah, I guess they didn't really get too labely, but
No, and you don't.
if that makes sense.
You don't have to put a label there.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so I'll speak on my experience because I don't want to put words in your mouth. I always knew that I had a disorder. I always was very self-aware, and I was always very like, I know this is bad. I know I shouldn't be doing this. I feel guilty. I feel embarrassed. Like when I would be, throwing up in the bathroom, I mean, I was doing it with like friends in the other room, and I was like hiding it and trying to whatever. It's like very shameful thing, and it took me a long time to even talk about it.
I look in the mirror and I see a huge person. That's not Shane, right?
So, I think my question for you is like, was it hard?
Shane?
And is it hard right now to like literally really talk about it? Because I feel like even now it's a little bit like, I don't want to push you too far, but I think, I don't know, I can't imagine what you went through. Because I feel like you kind of always have a smile. So I'm like trying to like put myself and see what it was, and I feel like what was your day-to-day before getting help?
Yeah, and I guess like before, there kind of would be like times where I guess I realized like, hey, like I'm not like eating enough. I really probably should be taking better care of myself. And like I would have people like my mom especially, and like my family and my parents and everything that would be like, you really should be like, taking care of yourself better and like eating more, and like would be like bringing that up to me. And obviously the internet, there was a lot of people talking about that. I guess it's like in a way like kind of like maybe even like smoking or something, where like people kind of like know in their brain like, hey, I should stop this, but it's, and then like sometimes I guess you'll kind of go through periods where like you're better about it, but like it's kind of hard I guess to like just like to totally like stop and totally like stop what you're doing and to actually like go and try to like be better and like get help for myself.
When do you remember it started or having issues?
Yeah, and it's kind of weird with me, I guess, because like even like when I was younger, I really always have been like pretty like naturally like small, I guess. I mean, like in school, like I dealt with like a lot of bullying and that kind of thing. I think that like definitely like when you have people like not being so nice to you, it can definitely kind of make you feel more insecure and like stick with you kind of. Then I guess kind of like as things were going forward, obviously I was like losing more weight, and I was kind of like not really acknowledging that and kind of just being like, oh, I'm okay, like whatever, and not really like seeing that it was like a really big problem. And then when I just like started making videos and all of that, and my channel started like growing a bit, then there was like certain people that would like make videos about me and like talk about my body a little bit. It kind of like was really affecting me like really badly and like making me feel really bad and like not taking care of myself, like really in like a really bad like mind state. I guess it just kind of was like progressing and I wasn't like really doing much to like stop that, and I guess like eventually it just like got to the point where I really realized it would be a good idea to like get some help for that.
Okay, well,
yeah,
getting help.
Right.
So what was it like? Because we've kind of tiptoed around it, but like
right.
you went somewhere. So
I did,
what
yes.
was that?
So yeah, I was in a like rehab kind of program for it, and it was a really kind of weird experience, I guess, because it's definitely like when you go from like being in like the real world to entering that, like it's so different. They like weigh you and all of that, but they don't really.
Okay, first sorry that I wasn't talking that much, or not sorry, whatever. Is that a pillow?
They tell you how much you weigh. I guess they kind of keep that like in their little,
Love that.
yeah, their little, like sections. So you don't actually like get, I guess you don't really know like what's going on with that exactly. It can be kind of like boot campy in a way where like it's very like scheduled. Like you wake up at a certain time, then some days they'll kind of like check your vitals and maybe do like a blood test some days and just like make sure everything's going all right. Then you also kind of have like therapists coming in.
Inpatient is like where I worked. I didn't work in the hospital setting. I worked in an inpatient where it's like a home and they're all working together and there's groups and
there's a lot of like observation is the thing about it.
Observations they call it, to make sure that you aren't like throwing food away or throwing it up or compensating in some fashion.
As you're like eating, like, you're kind of like watched, and then afterwards, like for meals it would be like an hour observation, and for like snacks it would be like half an hour. When you go to the bathroom, you actually have someone like observing you. They'll be like outside the door, so it's a lot of like being watched, which is
Okay, that is weird. Imagine you are sitting in the bathroom and someone is out there listening or looking. I hope not looking, but listening. Weird situation.
like really strange. And then as long as you're, I guess, like following the program and following the rules, then you can kind of like slowly earn privileges back. Like,
So okay, so you're monitored a lot, and were you put on a food plan? Was there like
they do put you on like a food plan, and how they would do it was you would kind of have like, I guess, like some say in it, but they would kind of like slowly increase it and be giving you more. So definitely like it kind of can seem like a lot when you're like going in there and suddenly like having to like eat so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of, I guess, kind of hard at first. And you know, while I was there, like I was kind of honestly like surprised. Like I wasn't really like, when I moved out to LA, I wasn't really like regularly weighing myself. And then when I did like find out how low my weight was like compared to before, it was kind of like shocking to me, because I guess I didn't even realize, like I had people telling me, like my mom and, you know, a lot of like some of my friends and stuff, but I guess I didn't like really see that it was getting to that point really. So at the same time, like I guess I knew like I just had to do it, and like I had to like follow the program and like do what I had to do. But yeah, it definitely, like when you're going into it, it can definitely seem like a lot, and like isn't exactly the easiest. So
for a lot of people in the eating disorder realm, that means gaining weight, and that's like your biggest fear.
Yeah.
But that is part of the recovery process, and a lot of people don't want to talk about that because it's like hard for people who are in it. I get a lot of questions every month about like, how do I love my body at this weight? It's just like anything, you should just talk nicer to yourself about it, you know?
I feel like it makes me look like like eating disorders are so hard because you have to eat to live, right? So it's like my issues with food I struggle with daily because I have to eat. So it's almost like a constant, it's like being an alcoholic and having to drink every day. It's like a weird like thing. I guess I'm trying to understand how you like got over that.
What's your favorite fruit? I don't know. Maybe apples or something, because like they're cool.
Or are you? Or are you still figuring that out?
And you know, now I would definitely say I'm doing a lot better with things now, and that now I'm definitely like trying to make sure that like I'm eating enough and not like letting things get back to the point that it was at. Wow, you're in it. Like it definitely like seems like so much sometimes. They'll get you like breakfast and all of that. Then later they'll come in and like you'll have like a snack. Then later they
have such a big problem. I mean, I have a little problem with eating, but only when people are around me. Because often they eat stuff I hate. I don't like to smell that. I don't like eating together with other people. I love eating. I like eating in my room alone. Made something for my own and just eat it. I'm eating a lot. It's not that I have a problem with not eating enough. It's just, yeah, I would have a problem to eat with all these people together.
They had lunch, and then they had like another snack, and then, so it's a lot of, I guess, like eating.
Wow.
Yeah, and then...
Okay, I'll go. Sounds great.
So
what was the food? I know this is like totally a pointless question, but what was the food? Like, what was it? Was it good, or was it kind of like...
Taste-wise, it wasn't really like too bad. Usually like breakfast they had like pancakes or some like egg sandwich thing or something.
Like a McMuffin?
So, yeah, it kinda. Yeah, so they would...
McMuffin?
I was something...
Is that a thing? I mean, was it a joke? I don't understand. McMuffin? Something from McDonald's with cheese but in a muffin?
It was kind of like that. And then they would bring you like a banana or like a fruit cup kind of thing.
I knew it. That's why I'd be checking that out.
Yeah, and then like then snacks. Sometimes you would be able to be like crackers or like chips. They would give you like fries and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, so.
So, what was a typical day before treatment? Did you eat? Like, how did you have so much energy?
That's also a question I'm always wondering. Are these people eating normally? Are they eating together with their family and then they go to the toilet? Or are they don't eating? I mean, eating is not working. And what's with drinking? Are they only drinking water or do they drink milk too? I mean, there's a huge difference between these two things. I don't know.
Have you talked? I don't want to.
Oh no, you're all good. Don't worry.
I'm sorry. I'm
It's
so
totally
like I just
okay.
don't want to hurt your feelings or get weird or anything. I'm just so like.
It's totally fine. You know, it's. I guess I'm kind of
Look how late it is.
that like, you know, a lot of people would like even like make videos, and this is kind of, I guess, like another reason I wouldn't always take things like that seriously when people would like make like concerns or sometimes like hateful comments. Like people would like make theories about like all my hair is fake and crazy theories like that. And honestly, like it never has been. Like it's not. It was, and they said like there's no way your hair could actually be like that. Like it's not real. It's either all extensions or hair is a wig. It's definitely not her hair.
And I feel like I should already know this, but is hair loss a thing that
I guess it can be for some people. It can be like a side effect that will happen is like some people will lose hair and they'll have like tooth damage and stuff like that, which I guess I was really lucky that I didn't experience any of that, because I guess it could have ended up being like that and could have ended up being a lot worse.
Would you do a what I eat in a day video? No, I don't think I would.
And I was still like eating every day, but I guess it just wasn't really like that much, which for me, I guess I just kind of wasn't really like realizing that I like should have been eating more, I guess.
I wouldn't ask her what she ate.
Okay.
But in my experience, they do eat. It's just not very much. But I wouldn't ask her what she eats.
And like, yeah. Sorry, I'm like totally like all around the place, sorry.
No, this is, and this might be too far, but were the doctors just like, how are you, like how did you survive? Like, cause
honestly, yeah. Like
okay.
some of them, they were kind of surprised that I was lucky and didn't really have like a lot of like bad effects from it. I guess when I kind of saw that like my weight was always more on like the low side, I guess they kind of maybe thought like, oh, okay, well maybe that's why it's not as bad as it could have been. I was really lucky that I had like really good doctors that were monitoring me and making sure that nothing was too much for me to like handle. And like, I'm definitely not like an expert or anything like that, but yeah, like sometimes I think it's called refeeding syndrome is I think like the word.
What's that?
If you just suddenly start like feeding someone like crazy.
Pick up a burger and have some food. It's not how this works.
I'm not exactly sure like what like the bad things that happen are, but it can actually be really, really dangerous.
That's why eating disorder is the most deadly mental illness, is because it leads to heart attack. Our body eats away at its fat and then its muscle. And your heart's a muscle, so it slowly gets weaker. And then, you know, you exert yourself and have a heart attack. And so I've had patients wear heart monitors and they go into treatment and they are tube fed for a while and then they get back onto solid foods and then they're discharged.
It's definitely, I think, good that if you have like a team that's just kind of making sure that you're not just like, you know, like being like, oh, eat a burger and a bag of chips. And it could really be like a lot for the person to just like handle at once. So definitely something that you need to be like careful about.
Yeah.
So
Have you thought about like when you come back, you know, to your channel, are you gonna, and I know it's still such a personal thing, but you know, for me it's like talking about the food thing.
Japanese snacks? I don't really know Japanese snacks, but I'm sure they're cool.
And maybe it's just because all my issues rely with food, but like with you, is that something that you think you're probably never gonna do? Because you're like, I just don't even want to put that out. It's just like my thing.
And you know, I think like now if people like ask me like food related questions, like I would be like more able to talk about that. It still is kind of like uncomfortable where like you haven't really talked about that online at all, and suddenly people I guess are almost like expecting you to, and they're kind of like expecting you to like come back and just like, yeah, basically, which I guess
Mukbang, that's mukbang. I have no idea how to say it. I think mukbang. Is it just eating in front of the camera and talking? That was recording stopped at one point and I haven't realized it, but that's okay. So guys, please go over to Shane's channel, watch his video, give it a like, give it a big thumbs up. He deserves it, okay? He worked really hard on that. Oh, and Shane, if you want, you can claim that video, I don't care, cause you worked really hard. I edited 4 hours on that and you edited like 4,000 or something like this. I have no idea, I mean 5 months. So if you want, you can claim it. I'm not mad at you when you do this, okay?